Welcome to the 143rd broadcast of the T-Row Show. This is your host, Keith. I got John on the line.
Good morning, folks.
And essentially, basically, the whole committee today, or the normal people that show up on committee today. And folks, we're going to clear all this up today as to this fight back and forth between these people, that people, blah, 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 blah. Who's who and what's what. Once we clear it up, there'll be no more confusion for anyone as to who we are, the government of the United States of America and the United States of America, and who everybody else is, and where you are and where we are. Okay, so this is how this is going to work. So what we want to show you here is this. There's a declaration. There are two declarations of independence. And these two declarations of independence were signed on the same day, July 4th, 1776. Two of them, they work in parallel. And what people don't realize is that there are two separate organizations. Just to say, one's a government, one's a corporation. Okay? So we have to show you the difference between the two declarations of independence. All right, here we go. Okay, this is one Declaration of Independence. Let me move this. Okay, it says in Congress, July 4th, 1776, a declaration by the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled. That's one completely separate declaration. That's not the one we normally see. Okay, the one we normally see would be this one, which is the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events, it became necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands and blah, blah, blah. We see all this. This was the other July 4th, 1776. Okay, this is the one that says the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. They're talking about the 13 United States of America. The other one talks about by the representatives of the United States of America, all caps, in General Congress assembled. Didn't talk about the 13 United States of America. Wasn't specific. This one here, July 4th, 1776, was Allen Weishaupt. That was under the Illuminati seal on the back of your dollar bill, which was added in 1935. Okay? To the back of the dollar bill. And both declarations have been operating in parallel. You'll see that on the 1976 Declaration of Interdependence. We've shown this to everybody before. And this declaration that you're seeing right here, these are the people that operated in parallel for the 13 years before their Constitution of the United States and the United States of America. They didn't replace the other one. The other one went dormant and stuck in committee under its rules because the people were overrun by George Washington's military and scared the crap out of them. These are the people, right, that you're seeing there, are the ones that signed the 1783 Treaty of Paris, giving the Arch Treasury to the Prince of England, becoming Arch Treasurer. These are the people that came in and usurped any authority that the states had and basically tried to destroy them. The Articles of Confederation of 1781 was this way. Hold on one second. Let me get it. Okay. What they were, we had to amend this on the Articles of Confederation of 1781 as amended. November 14th, 2011, April 21st, 2012, September 5th, 2012, May 19th, 2013, and in convention August 5th, 2015. The style for this national government, it went on and on. Okay. We, the American Nationals for the go. Okay, here we go. The style for this national government shall be the United States of America, right here. As amended from the 13 United States of America and the United States of America as amended. Okay. This side, our side, amended the name 3 times. The other side stayed on their side and then passed their constitution, and both have been in parallel ever since, which means they work side by side. Okay? So, if you didn't know that we've been using this, there's the Declaration of Independence 1776 as amended 12/3/2012. We the people for the United States of America, there's a comma, 1781. Okay? And we the people for the United States of America. We had to designate the year of this particular entity right here. We the people for the United States of America. We the people for the United States of America. We went on and on and on. We the people for the United States of America. Declare independence from any presumed and assumed power of attorney, political representation, authority over, or any expressed or implied conversion authority over intent, and any claim against the mind, body, and soul of any of we the people for the United States of America. We did all this already. See, it was all done. It's a confederacy. This was a confederacy form of government brought forward to the present time, hereby declare independence from the Council of Nicaea, held in 325 AD. Now you understand why we're being attacked a lot. It's all its creeds, decisions, decrees, bills, debt creation, control, and deception through Serapis Christus, and all of its agency and intermediary services between the people and the Most High. One true source, their maker. We the people for the United States hereby declare independence from any and all councils convened from generation to generation. Okay? So the only ones that are a state within a state, and the lowercase s state, would be the other side, the Allen Weishaupt, because they were still operating under a company. You get it? They're still operating under a company and always have been. Because as a country, they would be declared, if they were a country, they would be declared as committing treason, because they couldn't use a foreign English prince as their treasurer, arch treasurer, according to the Treaty of Paris of 1783. So they had to remain a company. So this was going on last night. Here, let me. Everybody's been noticing this fight going on. By the way, this woman attacked us first. We didn't attack her at all. She's the one that started it. This is by Anna. Red alert, constructive fraud underway. You know, this was all because once we've proven her wrong all the way around. The United States of America is an unincorporated federation of states formed September 9, 1776. All right, stop. The United States of America is an unincorporated federation of states formed September 9th, 1776. Stop. No. This is what happened. A declaration by the representatives. See, it wasn't by the 13 states. It was the company. And it wasn't, because this was supposed to be this was the United States of America in all caps. This was a completely separate group of people. This wasn't, it said in General Congress assembled, not the Continental Congress.
It also wasn't on September either. September 9, it was July 4th.
Right. See how that is right there? The United States of America was chartered confederation of states of states. No, it wasn't, because this was just this entity was in the Declaration of Independence. The other one, the one everybody sees, the 13 United States of America, that entity was in the second paragraph down below, where they had changed the big U to, or the U to little u. That's all it was. So she's going against the Declaration of Independence, the real one. You got that one and the other one in parallel. Not even talking about the 13 independent states that hated the 13 independent states. Those people hated it because you were supposed to remain subject to the King of England. And that's why they never mentioned the 13 states, the independent states. So everybody gets these two timelines mixed up all the time. We straightened it out over here and started operating again. And Anna keeps trespassing when she can work in parallel. We can't help it that the company's corrupt. We can't help it that Alan Weishaupt was wrong. We can't help it that Satanists took over. We can't help it, all this stuff, that they're in the debt up to their yin-yang. It has nothing to do with us. And we're not going to hand over a debt-free country over to a bunch of idiots. It's not going to happen. Then we got this. The United States of America. Federation of States, September 9th, 1776. No. The United States of America is the style of the original Articles of Confederation of 1781. That's why we mentioned 1781. So we have a timeline between 1776 and then the revolution happened, and then the 13 states, the same 13 original states, formed a confederacy, of which the other side, their Declaration of Independence, tried to destroy and ignore. They were destroying this country. Our country. The United States of America, that's our country. Okay? The United States of America, Confederation of States, no, that's not what happened. Because this entity was formed in the original Declaration of Independence of 1776, while the other side, Alan Weishaupt's side, was creating their Declaration of Independence. And then they wanted to go back to England. So what they did was they went, after the Revolutionary War, they went and did a Treaty of Paris, Treaty of Peace, with the king, and made the prince the arch-treasurer of their company. Wanted his company back. So that's what they did. But we never gave him his company back. The other Declaration of Independence of these 13 United States of America. Okay? So this is what it said in 1776. This right here, of United States of America in General Congress assembled, not the United States in Congress assembled. So this right here, completely false statement. This is a complete lie on the international record right here. It's all discombobulated, messed up. Now we have a bogus private membership association promoting itself as called the United States of America 1781 and claiming to be the United States of America. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go in here. Let's go to the evidence. How's that? So we can get around all this BS. Okay. This was the Declaration of Sovereignty of the government of the United States of America. See, we used that right there. We've been using this for a while. It didn't say 1781 on here. It said government of the United States of America. the new Declaration of Independence of the government of the United States of America and the American National Union of the United States of America. Anybody see any 1781 there? You see that, John? You see the 1781?
Mm, nope.
All right. Articles of Confederation. The style for this national government shall be the United States of America. I don't see a 1781 there. There's no 1781.
Not on my paper.
Uh-uh. And this started in 1781, not in 1776, and not on September 9th. Okay? This has been going on for a while. We've done this. We the people for the United States of America. This is where we designated the year, right here. Go look at the style of the Articles of Confederation. Then we said the people for the United States of America. Where's the 1781? Where's the 1781? Where's the 1781? We were doing all this when everybody else was asleep, trying to get their what? Their constitution back. From who? England. That's been in England's hands since 1776.
Their constitution is constitution for the company.
Yeah. There are
Under
two separate declarations of independence, folks.
Yes, and that's under the red, white, and blue that belongs to the Duke of Orange,
Yes.
the King of the Netherlands.
So we've been fighting this woman who works for Vatican to stop trying to steal this country and dissolve it and destroy it and put it in the hands of the Pope. We've been fighting it for 5 years now. We came out with, I think it was when we came out with a bunch of some things in the newspaper. We were claiming some things. All of a sudden, man, got attacked. It was 5 or 6 years ago. It's like, who the hell is this? We didn't even know the woman's name. We're just trying to put the government back together, and we're trying to put our country back together from the original 13 states. The other side doesn't come from the original 13 states. They're separate from that. They're from England, the British Crown, the British Union, the British American Union, the crown of this, what is it? Oh, I'm sorry, the British Crown being the City of London, the Vatican, and the U.S. military, the three city-state empire. Okay, you don't have to hear it from us. You can hear from the people that know what the truth is. All right, here we go, folks. I shut this off so I can find it. All right. So who was this international protest claim and counterclaim sent to? Oh, Pope Francis. Right here. And Pope Francis, President Donald Trump, Lord Mayor of London, Government of Westminster, Queen Elizabeth II, and all other interested principals and parties. That's under the other Declaration of Independence I showed you. They're representatives of. Okay, that's under that one. Not the original one, which was talking about the original 13 states that had just won their independence, by the way. That did win their independence. Okay, that's that one. Then we have, what was this here? Notice the statement the fugitives are lying and attempting. Okay. This was the first one. And here was the evidence that this same fugitive came over here and tried to come around and join us for the United States of America as further amended April 21st, 2012. Okay? So this was attachment to me. This is in the newspaper. It made back home and attaching my copy. So this fugitive knows. Copy of the Articles of Confederation as amended, issued by the General Postmaster Council for the United States of America as further amended 21 April 2012. There you go. She knows it. She's lying. Okay, there's your lie. This same person works for who? Private attorney in service to His Holiness Pope Francis, care of Big Lake, Alaska. under C. See that? Not on the side of the independent states. Completely opposite, trying to destroy any independence of the independent states, trying to destroy it completely. That's evidence, folks. Can't do this. It's not our writing. We're not saying this. They are claiming to be something that's literally impossible because the United States wasn't formed in 1781. Actually, it was. This was the third time under the original Declaration of Independence, ours, the 13 states, not this other one, that was under Alan Weishaupt, who was a radical communist, an illuminist, Illuminati, freaking devil worshiper. That's why you had the recorder in the U.S. House of Representatives up there and start saying, this house is not of God. If it was, it would never have been. That's why she's yelling that. She figured it out while she was there working. These people are nutcases, ignorant nutcases. They're out to enslave you by getting you to sign up for their bogus private association. Just like the United States got your parents unwittingly sign up as U.S. citizens. Oh, you mean the United States that you are promoting under the other Declaration of Independence, under Alan Weishaupt, not mentioning the original 13 states in its heading. That's what you're doing. So you basically called yourself an ignorant nutcase because that's what you're doing. This is more of Roman Catholic crapola. Yeah, exactly. So get out of here. Just read the way that these vicious criminals have stolen the work of Franco Collins and claimed it as their own. Nobody destroyed Franco Collins. I think I talked to him for about 20 minutes. I figured he was kind of a whack job. I went and he wanted me to do his paperwork for him and change what needed to be changed. I was talking to Regan Reedy with him there at the time. It was about 15, 20 minutes, and I told Regan, I ain't doing that damn paperwork. All of his work is crap. It's the same as what's over there now. What the hell? This isn't different. And it was oneheaven.org. Oneheaven.org. Not Reign of the Heavens, which is in the scriptures, the Bible, in the New Testament, Matthew, in the book called the Scriptures. They changed it to Kingdom of Heaven so they could hide the country. The fact that there was a country here that he created also, that Jesus created, okay? And Yohanan the Immerser, you call him John the Baptist. So we didn't form it. It was formed by the Messiah, okay? It says, this is your Roman Catholic crapola. Just read the way that these vicious criminals have stolen the work of Franco Collins. No, we didn't. Infringed on his copyright. No freaking way. All of his stuff was crap to me, okay? I even knew more at that time when I talked to him. And that was around 2010 or 9? I said, I've just told Regan, dude, I ain't working with him no more. I said, I'm actually not even going to start. I think we talked to him for 20 minutes or so on the phone because it was expensive, back then. And I think it was like 25 cents a minute. And I said, I'm done. I'm not redoing this guy's work. I'm not messing with his work. I'm not doing anything. He was trying to bring his work to me so that I could fix it. That's what he was doing. And I wasn't going to do it. I'm not going to spend hours and hours fixing that crap. I have to rewrite everything. So have a nice day. And I didn't rewrite it. I left. And I have a witness. That's Regan Reedy. Just read the way these, okay, it says infringed on his copyright and created a false church and called the satanic organization the Reign of the Heavens Society. No, it's actually called the Reign of the Heavens Society Temple. And that is a religious violation by misclassifying it as a satanic organization when it comes directly from Jesus himself and was a continuation of James' church, his brother. So you just called Jesus and James satanic, that they were a satanic organization, that his first church was a satanic organization in Jerusalem. Sounds a lot like Islam, coming from that other Declaration of Independence under Alan Weishaupt. Reign of hell is more like it. Ah, these doppelgangers must be stopped. And Sarah Westfall and John Singleton must be warned and advised of the facts. No, they're not advised of any facts. They're going to be inundated with what? Oh, propaganda. Communist propaganda. That's what they're going to be inundated with. Because that's what this fugitive is. It's a commie. It's a commie. It's a commie pinko. Okay? Now, under international law, possession by pirates does not change ownership. Actually, it does. I mean, but not pirates, but in international law, if you're on the seas and you find something, it is yours. Isn't that right, John?
That's correct.
So, yeah.
Anything you find adrift at sea, there's nobody around it, you can claim it for salvage.
That's right, and it's yours. So that's
Yep.
beside this. It doesn't really apply to here on land. This is propaganda that we're looking at here, okay? It says the name and the trademarks of the actual Federation of States doing business as the United States of America are still ours, and we lodge extreme displeasure and international protest that any organization is misrepresenting itself as characterizing of this United States of America. There you go. Just changed it, didn't it? This is what they call a lie. This was a copy and paste. See, business as the United States of America are still ours, and we lodge extreme displeasure and international protest that any organization is misrepresenting itself as characterizations of this United States of America. Voila! The same one that was done in 1776 by that other so-called in general Congress. They created their own freaking Congress out of nowhere and then gave it back to the king. They couldn't give the states, the original states, back to the king, so they just said, oh, we're representatives of this name. And they weren't. But, whatever. We can operate in parallel. If you want to operate in a lie, operate in a lie. We don't care. We're not operating in a lie. See how that changed? Right there in the middle of the rant, the truth came out. So as to entrap the misled, unwary Americans into disclosing membership agreements. No membership agreements. Nobody becomes a member. It's a public government. Is the real one. And it works. And we're in the middle of growing the original Union of 1774, which was the original social compact. And we have the other social compact. And it also shows within the social compact that every state that's created belongs to and is within and under the Confederacy of the United States of America of 1781, which means all these other people are states within states. So we're being accused of states within states? No. We're being accused of states, which makes zero sense whatsoever, because that's not what we said. It's a state within a state. Part of the stated objective of this elitist crime syndicate, I'm sorry, that's hilarious, from the very first of its creepy declarations on the internet was form its hierarchy, just like the Roman Catholic Church. No, we didn't. And use it for the same purposes. Actually, we didn't. Well, we all know the Roman Catholic Church has been infiltrated top to bottom with Satanists, and the Freemasons have worked in league with those elements to destroy all of it in this descent in the world. Well, that's your problem because you're a freaking Catholic. And oh, by the way, I think you better get it cleared up and fixed because of the simple fact that this is when she was claiming to be a judge. But the simple fact is, you're a part of it. Yes, I have a blood oath standing on the altar of the Universal Catholic Church, which is under the Pope. This is your problem. My blood oath, here's two of them. My blood oath clearly states to you, as did to Cardinal George of Chicago. See the actual letter addressed to him. that I was putting my life and soul at risk for bringing forward the great fraud against the American states, lowercase s, that's a state within a state, and the people for remedy. No, you weren't. You were trying to get rid of them and make them stateless again and place them under the Pope. That's what you were doing because you have a blood oath to them. Universal Catholic Church, which is who it's the Pope. If you have a blood oath to the Universal Catholic Church, that's the communist church under the Illuminati and the Jesuits. It's a communist organization, and you have a blood oath to it. So you didn't know we knew you were communist. Okay? So here we go again. So I'd suggest that you get your Roman Catholic Church and your Universal Catholic thing fixed up. You got a lot of Satanists and Freemasons in it. There must be an immediate recognition that this evil and illegal organization calling itself the United States of America 1781 is a big fat lie. We put 1781 because we're dealing with people over here that the other Declaration of Independence, the people that wrote that, dumbed them down to where they don't even write cursive anymore, can sign their name. So we had to put 1781 on there so they knew the difference, because most of them, when it was said the Confederacy, they thought it was the Revolutionary War, Civil War in 1861. That's what they thought we were. And we had to change the Confederation Party because of you guys over there on the other side dumbing everybody down, trying to turn them into communists under a social credit system. That's what you guys did. So quit blaming us for it. We're trying to get them educated so that they can be on their own. And they don't have to listen to anybody tell them what to do. Because if you don't need telling what to do, nobody has to tell you what to do. And that's where we need to be. Where everybody is on their own and they're independent, but they're together within one social compact. Business-wise, personal lives, it's up to them. All right. Big fat lie is operating under constructive fraud and trying to deliberately confuse itself with our nation. You never had a nation. You had a company. And you never were a part of the government of the United States of America. That's published also. Attack it and bring it down. That's, I'm sorry. What is that, John? Attack it and bring it down. You're attacking a sovereign country. That's a declaration of war, right?
That's correct. Declaration of war.
That's declaration of war. And if you're claiming to be a part of it, that's treason.
With a blood oath to the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
That means the Pope has allowed his minion to declare a war for him against his nation.
That's right.
And I believe that's a violation of the law of nations.
That would be correct there too.
And it's also a violation of a constitutional violation.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yep.
If you have registered a residency in it, immediately withdraw and put your permanent domicile on the land and soil of your native state of the Union. You didn't even know what the state of the Union or the states of the Union were. Remove yourselves immediately. Okay. We declared the states of the Union. Okay. The government of the United States of America, and these O's here, this is the computer, and the way, in other words, at the on the back end, it actually has a lowercase o, zero, or not o to it, like op, LMNOP. But for some reason in the program, it rereads it as an uppercase O. So that's not us. That's just the way the computer and Google is doing it. Okay, they're translating it that way on the front end, but on the back end, it's not like that. Hereby reintroduces the existence of the states of the Union. You wouldn't even know what the states of the Union were unless it was for this government here. Under that other, not yours, but the original Declaration of Independence of 1776. Okay, so you wouldn't even know what it was. See, um, these are the deceptions of communists, folks. Deceptions, because they're at war with anybody who wants to be free. They're at war with any kind of independence, any independent thought. Trying to establish a social credit system in your mind. Okay, I'll give you an example of what that is. Then the National Assembly comes around, and if we were trying to subject anybody, we would definitely wouldn't do this. The National Assembly nationalizes the state of the Union, the states of the Union, original Constitution, and hereby grants the metes and bounds back to each state. Holy crap, we're freaking devil worshippers to do shit like that. Okay? It's a lie, folks. You're listening to a liar whose allegiance is to a pope against the original states, this original country. And we sit in that position. And we have the original General Post Office of 1775. And we brought that forward to the present time. Has nothing to do with the USPS, has nothing to do with the Postal Department. Zero. We are not a part of that other in Declaration of Independence under Alan Weishaupt. It doesn't mention the 13 states or any kind of states. Okay? Hereby grants the metes and bounds back to each state. That is an act that would be done and ordained, I believe. I'm saying I believe it. I'm not saying I'm speaking for him, but I believe Jesus would want that to happen because that means freedom for everyone. That means freedom to go to him and talk to him without some jackwit trying to get in the middle of you and stating that, oh, you have to talk to me. And if you offend me or disobey me, you've disobeyed Jesus. That kind of crap. You want to get away from a whack job like that. And the one that just tried to establish Chrislam. He's trying to bring Christians and Islam together and call him Chrislam. Did that the other day. The guy's a moron. He's following Satan. Okay? So if you want your independence and you want to feel kind of lost because it's like the first time that you've ever thought for yourself and ever made decisions for yourself and actually ever explored things, because we don't basically tell you what to do. We let you find your way. But if you're getting in trouble, we'll show you and we'll tell you, hey, we ran into trouble here. And just like any older brother and sister, we would come over to you and say, hey, you got to fix this. Okay, we're not trying to be your mom and dad. Hey, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Stop doing that. This is illegal. This is wrong. Can't do this, blah, blah, blah. We're going to show you all those things. We're not going to tell you what to do. It's your decision. If you don't want to listen, fine. Doesn't bother us at all. Go ahead. And I think Tom said once, he says, dude, don't do that. You go to jail. A month later, the guy was in jail. He came back out and says, man, I think I need to listen to you, man, because I was in jail within a month. And so we told him, quit doing that paperwork. And that paperwork was from where? Oh, gee, the other Declaration of Independence. Now, folks that are listening, over 1 million or so, that listen to this program, raise your hand if you never knew that there was 2 Declaration of Independence. Not that I can see you, but that's, you know how it is. Okay, this was the other stuff. Just one more thing I wanted to show everybody, which I thought was interesting. And somebody may know who this jackwit is. But I wanted to show you something here because people ask me, they go, well, why do you even pay attention to this? Why do you even do this? And I'm going to show you exactly why. And I've said it like 3 or 4 times in this show as to exactly why. I get this thing from this thing called ZOXO, right? It says, here we go. Okay, can you provide proof of claim that you are the government of the United States of America? Well, yeah, we can do that, but the paperwork's out there on the National Great Registry. Some of it's on LinkedIn, and we have newspapers with documents in them everywhere, and blah blah blah. But basically, you're too lazy to go out and look for it. So you want us to stop what we're doing, stop um, processing resident declarations, so you, the little puppy, can come in, and we got to all bow down and stop what we're doing. Okay, that's how we see that. Spend our time trying to convince you when all the information's out there. There's 142 T-Row shows. Go listen to them. So this is quite a snazzy but incoherent, confusing website. Well, we're okay. And I don't really get it. This okay when they say but coherent, incoherent. What that is that's a Masonic thing of tear down your self confidence. That's a control statement, is what that is. And I don't really get a sense of how your claims are substantiated by facts. Well, it doesn't really matter whether you get it or not. You're trying to tear us down and our confidence down and tear down our everything we have, so you have control, right? I've contacted your government several times in the past and never received any response. It's because you keep asking for this crap, and nobody's going to stop and stop what they're doing and do this. We've got families, we've got jobs, we've got we do government stuff, we do all this other stuff. We're too busy for this, really too busy, because a bunch of other people, they come up to us and they spend their own time figuring out who we are on their own dime and their own journey. And if you really want to know, you'll go through it. If you don't, you're going to pull crap like this. What contacts do you have within each state, and how are you coordinating the states to provide service? Okay, where's your continental? I'm sorry, where are your taxes? Who are the people in the office described in the Constitution, and where are they meeting and making decisions? Where can I obtain the minutes of those meetings? Where are the? There's no okay. There wouldn't be any minutes of the meetings, because minutes means it would be a private organization. This is uh, 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 this is a legal trap question. It's an official record. It's all public. It's an actual government. It's not minutes of the meeting. Okay. Where are the courts? Well, it's all on the Government of the United States of America website. .international. It's on our embassy. So the real question, if you ever knew what you were talking about, where's your embassy? Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Where's your embassy? That's the right term for the right question. Can I speak with your embassy? Yes, it's over here. It's www.government of the United States of America .international. Now we're going in the right direction. Okay. Now, where are the marshals? Whatever, we have human rights defenders. Where are the justices of the peace? We have judges. Where is your government? It's right in front of you. I look forward to learning the facts of the matter. No, you don't. You look forward to trying to prove this is a trial setup, because then later on, I knew you were a fraud. This is what they do, right? It says, okay, ZOXO. When you provide a real name, we can talk. We can. You could be anyone, and we do not talk nor answer questions from just anyone. We want to know who you are. What's your name? We know you're from Illinois. I've already looked that up on your IP address, Illinois. But that's about as far as I'm going to go with this, because I really don't care. Okay, because I know what you're doing, and I know that you're a part of the fugitives, and I know you're a part of the other Declaration of Independence, and I know you're under Alan Weishaupt. Okay, I know all these things. I know what you're doing. So ZOXO is my chosen name. If you require me to provide you with my given name, or the corpus, or here's where I'm going to be impressed with what they know. We get this a lot. I'm just letting you know what happens and how we react to it. This is what you get. They went out, got something they learned, and now they want to use it against somebody to convict them. They do this all the time. Or the corpse person corporate name to answer questions about your business. We don't have a business. It's a government. So that's another one. Your business right there, and minutes of those meetings. These are right here. No, right. Where is it? The minutes. Yeah, meeting and making decisions. Where are the minutes? There it is, right there. Minutes of those meetings. That would make it a private membership association. Loaded questions, guys. Loaded. That's all I need to know. I don't care what you need to know, and I don't care what you need because we're not going to accept any obligations and rights from you. Okay. Plus, we know you're a dictator, and we also know you're a commie just by how you're talking. We know it fairly quickly. Actually, knew it after in the first instance. Okay. I asked very simple questions. Now we're stupid, right? And very simple answers and deserve to be answered. No, that's your crap. That's your problem. Okay. Unfortunately, you are more of the same old song and dance. Here now comes the pity me. When it comes to answering questions, oh, pity me. You will never succeed in whatever it is you're trying to do here with that approach. Actually, we've done very well, extremely well. But we don't listen to the social credit scoring. And everybody has this and have been doing it their whole lives. You have it in high school. The only place you don't have it is elementary school. Everybody treats each other nice. But around middle school and high school, everybody comes into cliques. You got the jocks, the cheerleaders, the goth, this, the that. All these different people, and they're all cliques, and they're all social scores. If you have a cheerleader, what do you call it? A cheerleader outfit on, you have that social score. You're accepted. That's social acceptance. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to socially score us. When we are within the United States of America, because we're all tired of that BS. We don't have that. We're just a bunch of people that don't conform to your social scores because we're not communists. Y'all see why that happened? It started in schools. Way back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. People have been social media scored or social credit scored for a long time. It's been going on for years. Oh, well, I don't like your past, so you can't be with us. Type crap that we would hear. I was an outcast in high school because I just didn't conform to their BS. If I would have said certain things and been in these clubs and that clubs and the city, the student council and all these things, my social credit score would have gone up and I would have been accepted. But I would have been the most enslaved that there was when you do things like that. What's the deal with Trump? He's not putting up with your social credit score. That's why he's the most popular in the world. He doesn't put up with that bullshit. If you don't like what I say and how I do it, get the finger. Apparently the people like it. You know why they like it? It's because they're tired of your communist social credit scoring. Oh, if you say this, if you say Trini, or you say a man and a woman, oh, your social credit score has gone down. We're going to ban you. That's a way of controlling speech. And that's what this Jackwit's trying to do. ZOXO. What Jackwit doesn't understand here is we can filter out the emails, and he or she has probably been sending emails for the last 4 or 5 days, and guess what? They're deleted before they get to us, so we don't know anything. So ZOXO is arguing with themselves. That's the funny part. You tell people like this to go away, they won't. They become stalkers. That's what happens. Okay, so why do you mess with him, Keith? It's because I wanted to learn something. And what I wanted to learn was the social credit score, the social score. That's what I needed to know. I was talking to another general postmaster about this, and she came up and says, oh my God, that's what it is, the social credit score. They're social credit scoring you. I said, holy crap, that's right. I didn't realize what they were doing. You said this wrong. You said that wrong. We're going to shame you until you say exactly what you should be saying under this social score. That's why we're attacked. Because when we tell the truth, it messes with the other one's social score, social credit score. It messes with them because we said, hey, man, you're stealing crap. Or, hey, look at the emperor has no clothes. Or, hey, Pharisees, y'all are a bunch of liars and hypocrites. You see why they didn't like Jesus? Because he was telling the Pharisees, you're a bunch of liars and hypocrites, and I know it. And I'm telling everybody here. So the Pharisees hated him so much they wanted him dead because he kept messing with their social credit score and their control over others using their tactics of social credit scoring. They were communists, socialists and communists, and he knew it. So that freed my mind a whole lot more. I know exactly what you're doing now, so it doesn't bother me anymore. I just wanted to know what they were doing. I argued with a guy named Henry, a soldier for humanity, for almost 2 weeks. John got tired of it. Soldier for Humanity at Gmail. He's a Sicilian, and I think he's involved in the freaking Sicilian mafia. But he starts arguing with me, trying to get me to create domestic terrorist acts, and for almost 2 weeks. And he was, it was the same type of thing. He's a communist. He's around in all these different groups, and he reports over to the Vatican. That's what happens. Because who runs the Vatican and this Holy Sepulchre? Oh, gee, the Sicilian Mafia. Who's connected to who? Oh, I don't know. The fugitive we were just talking about? Y'all get what's going on here, folks? There's two separate unions, two separate everything. And we're proud to be a part of this one. The others are constantly trying to get rid of us. Because why? Because we point out, hey, you're a fraud. Hey, you're this, you're that. And it messes with their social score. They don't like it. Anything less is the same fraud, just a different name. He says, anything less. Well, sorry, man. We're just not going to. What we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, yeah, we're just going to agree with you because we have to agree with nut jobs and let you go on your way. I tried to agree with this, whoever this is. Tried to agree with them and let them go on their way. They didn't want to go. Just go away. That's what we're trying to get you to do. Because you're a whack job. You don't understand, leave us alone, go away. You don't get that. They're stalkers. They have no life. They play the pity party. Well, we need grown-ups over here. We don't have that crap. So, out of about every, I'd say, 100 people that come through, we get one of these. Communist, socialist, trying to put you under credit score, all that stuff. Fraud confirmed! You and your business. No, we just didn't say anything. I said hilarious because what you're doing is this, okay? The reason why I said hilarious on this whole thing here is because this person was trying to steal our time, which is stealing our labor, stealing our money, stealing everything. And all work for this particular person that won't divulge their name. If you're a wuss and won't tell us who you are, and you're going to play this whole business corpus and all this other kind of crap game, then you're just somebody sitting in sitting in somebody's basement behind a computer and you're doing whatever. We're not going to take you seriously.
Shamed of his family name.
Yeah, shamed of his family name. Anyone who wishes to avoid fraud in criminal organizations, it won't even take a public notice, and no one will read that to make that happen. You are a hilarious one, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so I said, oh, hilarious. No, you're hilarious. No, you're hilarious. No, you're hilarious. That's what they're doing. It's high school, folks. High school. So just realize that. Go ahead, John.
You sure gave him a lot of credit to put him in high school.
Yeah, well.
That's more like kindergarten.
More like, Mom, he's touching me. No, he's touching me. He's touching me. He keeps touching me.
Yep. First and second grade type stuff.
Right. And I have no interest in talking to somebody like that because I just don't have any interest in talking to somebody like that. I even asked him if he ever read the Law of Nations, and he says no. Well, then who the hell are you doing? If you want to have an actual conversation, go read the Law of Nations, then we can talk. Then you'll understand what we did, how we did it, blah, 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 blah. So, folks, this is what really happened. I'm just going to tell this, and this will be the end of this program, or this particular broadcast. What really happened was this. I just happened upon this, and it fell in my lap when I claimed the metes and bounds and seaward boundaries of the country, the original, the United States of America, where every state belongs to the Confederacy, which is now a republic, by the way. And we can prove that, but we're waiting to see who's going to come out and say they're fraud. They're saying it all belongs to the Confederacy. Yeah, whatever, man. We're going to sit and watch it, but then we're going to, show you where we're right. Okay. I thought in my own personal mind, in my own heart, I don't have the right to keep the country. So I put my life on the line to try to reform it. We first started with the Israel nation to get our feet wet, and then to understand what was going on, how to do it, and then went over to the United States of America. Went through 9 months of police stalking. Police going up and down in front of my house. This was back in 2010, and when the what do you call it? The Illuminati and all that were at their highest height of power because nobody knew who they were. Okay, and we'll tell you what the story was behind the reign of the heavens later. Okay, what really happened and when the what was going on, because that's all a lie too that's being spewed out as what the reign of the heavens is and all that. But anyways, so I claimed the General Post Office, the original one in 1775, the original Declaration of Independence, and the Articles of Confederation, and all that stuff, and put it in trust for a while. Then, after the Israel Nation thing was done, we went over to the United States of America, and we started revamping it in 2012. We had a different seal, of course. It's a different seal now. And we did the chain of title from the seals, so we changed from one seal to the other because the Articles of Confederation actually didn't have a seal. And so that's basically what happened. It wasn't really there, hey, I'm going to be God and king of the country. It just means the metes and bounds that I claimed, I gave to the government of the United States of America so everybody else could have them, and they would all have their chance to go back to independent states and the states of the Union and get away from these whack jobs over there in Europe. And I would like to thank those who found that separate Declaration of Independence because I knew there was another one, just didn't know where. And when I said that, apparently someone went to go find it. Now there's like 5 different websites with it on there that I never knew before. So that all came out. So thanks for doing that. Now we can show, and we have shown in this program, the differences between us and them and what timeline you're going on. We just picked up the 1887 timeline. We picked up the original 1776, the 1774, okay, Articles of Association that dealt with the Union, that formed the Union, and then the Declaration of 1776, the one we show, the 13 United States. We went ahead and did the chain of title over to the Articles of Confederation, which is the original 13 states, and stopped in I think it was stopped in 1787, 1788. And then brought forward to the 2010 mark and started working on it in 2012 to revamp the country so everybody could have their nationality again and their independent states back under the union and all that. That's all that happened. All the rest of this stuff is pure communist pinko garbage. That's all it is. They're trying to get that away so they can have their new world order. They're trying to get us out of the way so they can have their new world order. Trying to traffic your persons under a world government. That's all that's happening. Anything you want to add, John? Otherwise, thanks for listening to the 143rd broadcast of the T-Row Show.
No, sir. I don't have anything else at this time.
All righty.
I'll get you on the next one.
All right. We'll talk to you guys next week.